when you see animals, do they sometimes remind you of stories? Do you like to watch them and think about stories you have read or listened to? I think it's fun. Let's try it. Look, here are 1, 2, 3 baby pigs with their mother. Is Mother Pig worried about something? Is the dog worrying her? Yes, she seems to think the dog may hurt her babies. A mother pig, 3 little pigs, and a dog. Do they remind you of a story? They make me think of one called The 3 Little Pigs. It's about 3 little pigs and a wolf. The wolf in the story looks something like a dog. Like many stories that never really happened, this one begins, once upon a time. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who lived with their mother. She taught them many things about how to take care of themselves. She taught them to hide from the wolf. Then, one day, Mother Pig sent the little pigs out to seek their fortunes. Now, the first little pig followed a path that led across an open field. Soon he met a farmer with a donkey carrying a load of straw. When the farmer saw him, the little pig said, "Please give me some straw. I want to build a house." And the farmer did. So the first little pig started to build his house. Soon the little straw house was finished. The first little pig thought it was a fine house. Not far away, the wolf had been watching all the while. When the little pig saw the wolf, he decided to go in his house. And when the wolf moved closer, the little pig shut himself in. The wolf came up to the door. Little pig, he called, "let me in." "No, no," called the little pig, "not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." That made the wolf very angry. He cried, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." He huffed and he puffed. The little pig ran out the door just before his straw house fell in. The little pig didn't know which way to go. Then he ran straight back to his mother, and the wolf never saw the first little pig again. Now the second little pig went down a path that led through the woods. He met a kind old woman who was carrying home a bundle of twigs for firewood. The little pig said, "Will you please give me some twigs so that I may build a house?" The kind old woman gave him the whole bundle of twigs. So the second little pig started to build his house. Soon it was done, and the second little pig was very happy. But he was not alone. The wolf had found him, too. At first, the little pig thought he would make friends with the wolf. But then he remembered what his mother had told him and shut himself in his house. Little pig, let me in." "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." He huffed and he puffed. The little pig got out just in time. And the wolf never saw the second little pig running back safely to his mother. The third little pig went beyond the field and the woods and over the hill, looking for just the right place to build his house. Whom should he meet but a man carrying a load of bricks? When the man stopped, the little pig said, "If you would give me some bricks, I'd be very grateful, for then I could build a fine, strong house." So the kind man gave the third little pig all the bricks he would need to build a house. Building with bricks took a long time. It was hard work, too. Finally, the little brick house was finished. It was a fine house. But up on the hilltop was the wolf. He had found the third little pig, too. Just in time, the pig got safely inside his house. Little pig, let me in." "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." He huffed and he puffed, but he didn't hurt the strong brick house a bit. Inside, the third little pig was safe and sound. Then the wolf tried to trick the little pig. "I'm much smarter than that pig," he thought. So he said, "Meet me tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock at the garden. I'll find some nice fresh turnips for you." "Turnips," thought the little pig. "That sounds good." And the wolf thought, "I'll get him tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. But at 5 o'clock the next morning, the little pig got up and hurried to the turnip patch. And a few minutes before 6, he was home again with all the turnips he wanted. Out at the turnip patch, the wolf grew very tired and hot, waiting for the little pig. Of course, the pig was safe. To catch him, the wolf would have to try again. The next morning, they were to meet in the apple orchard. The pig was already busy picking apples when the wolf arrived. "Here," called the pig, "is the very best apple. I saved it for you." Then he threw the apple with all his might, and while the wolf was chasing it, the pig climbed down and ran home. Soon the wolf was trying another plan to trick the little pig. "Little pig," he called, "there's a fair in town. I'll meet you there tomorrow at 4 o'clock. "He won't beat me tomorrow morning," thought the wolf. But at 3 o'clock the next morning, the little pig got up and went to the fair. At the fair, he bought a churn so that he could make his own butter. Then he started home. But this time, the wolf was waiting for him near the bottom of the hill. Near the top of the hill, the little pig set down the churn and got ready to surprise the wolf. The wolf was watching for the little pig when suddenly he saw something that made him run away. He didn't wait to see the little pig step out of the churn. A few minutes later, the little pig was safe at home. He had a big kettle of water on the fire. When the wolf came back and saw the churn on the floor, he knew what had happened on the hillside. He was very angry because the little pig had tricked him again. He was so angry that, do you know what he did? Of course you do. There was the kettle, and the wolf slid down the chimney right into the hot water. The wolf ran away so far he has never come back. And that's the story of the 3 little pigs. At least that is one way to tell a story. Do you know another? Do you know other stories about little pigs? Why don't you tell your class about this story or about other stories? Try it. It's fun.